Last night, I was in bed rotting away and scrolling through my YouTube comments. And I saw this. Build a 2x2 house. Now, there was a little bit of drama in the replies. People were like, that's never gonna work. This is never gonna happen. So I thought, what an interesting little video for us to do today. Now, just before we get into this video, I have been struggling with ideas lately. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. So I need you to all, every single person watching this, no exceptions, comment down below an idea for a build video. Make it interesting, make it different. The ones that get the most likes, I'll do. Anyway, let's get started with our 2x2 mini house. So I was about to start like sketching the layout. No, there's no layout today. Do you know what our layout is, guys? This is our layout. I do understand some of the concern in the comments. Like, this can't be a house. But somebody also gave me the idea to go up. So of course it's gonna be 5 stories. I could technically make it 6 in the basement, but then it's gonna look like a meteor or nuclear weapon has hit BLOXBURG. So I don't think we're gonna do that. And also this means that we can actually have quite a nice garden. When your house is so tall, it casts a shadow. Anyways, where are we gonna put our front door? I feel like putting it in the middle would be a little bit silly. Like, that's such a big waste of space. But if we use this door, like, this door's actually kind of skinny. If we were to go use this, look. I mean, why do I kind of want it though? I'm doing it. Sorry, I'm so irresponsible. This build challenge is just gonna end in chaos. And I quite like the green as the front door. We'll just make it sand green. Oh, okay. Now, as for the texture, this is actually gonna be quite hard. We can't do that. That looks disgusting. No one wants to see this. So what I'm kind of thinking is we could do like a striped zebra. This literally looks like a zebra crossing. But I kind of like it. And then as our roof, we have an option. We can be a basic piece of trash.
Or we can be funny and we can add a really tall pointy roof.
No, this is perfect. We're doing this. We're doing this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Imagine you're on a date and you got taken home to this. I would literally be calling the police on the way into this. So for our pathway, shall we make it kind of windy, like a little something like this? This is a little bit interesting shape path. As for the grass, I'm being a little bit old-fashioned. I got a comment the other day. Someone was like, Reese says you build like you're in 2020. And I was honestly like, you're so right. Why do I actually build like I'm in 2020? I'm like that grandparent that just can't move on with the time. And oh my gosh, why do I always forget to color the back? I am so stupid. I had a little idea, guys. We could also do like a 2x2 back garden. I just think that's kind of funny because obviously it's building a 2x2 house. Each room has to be 2x2. What about the garden though? Never said anything about having a garden, did ya? And before you start saying, well, this is more than 2x2. This is terrain, okay? We're not going to be having like a kitchen out here. Oh, that's beautiful. Also, why is this uneven? There we go. So next up, I think we're going to need pillars. And I'm actually going to use thin ones because we're going to need as much space on these walls as we can for windows and things. We ain't got room for loads of pillars.
12 seconds later.
Actually, I might use the big one. It's this door. This door is actually annoying me now. I only liked it for 2 seconds. I don't actually think you can resize this up to 5 floors. Oh my gosh, this house is so big. This house is too big even for a pillar. I guess we'll just be resizing it up to here then. And since this is only a 2x2 house, there is no excuse for neglecting the back. If you're new to the channel, I never decorate the back of my houses. I literally leave them stranded. For our windows, are we going to make this modern? We've got to decide right now, is it going to be modern or traditional? I mean, we'll try both. It could look cool having just one window on each floor. But then again, that does look, that looks basic. Whereas if we were to go down the modern route, however you say it, route? Oh my God, how do you say that word? Is it route or route? But anyway, if we were to go and do a modern, oh my gosh, modern looks so much better. Get out of it, traditional. Even this front door, get out of it. I've had actually a very good idea what to do to make it all sleek and nice. Oh, look at this. Now, part of me thinks we should change the roof. Why am I changing everything? I'm sorry, this is so cute. And honestly, this is a New York apartment. Look at a New York apartment right now, guys.
This has to be the tiniest apartment in New York City. All it really features is this kitchenette.
This is honestly what it would be like. Right, so before we do any gardening, that's not really the point of this video. I think we should go inside first. And I also think we should immediately be planning each room because otherwise we might forget. So I personally think top floor, bathroom. 4th floor, bedroom. Living, dining, kitchen. The reason we should have the kitchen here is because obviously we've got like the most wall space. All the other floors are only 3 blocks wide. And the reason for that is the ladder is literally the only option here. Again, somebody put that in my comments. They were like, well, you could only use the ladder, couldn't you? Because if we go into stairs, like, what's this? Like, what is this? Is this staircase bigger than my whole house? Although, can you resize them smaller? They need to add that. You know how you can resize them out like this? You should be able to resize them this way. Do you know what I mean? And also, why do I sound like Voldemort right now? Anyway, also, if I was to use this staircase, that takes up the whole house as well. So, and even an elevator. I actually think I built a house in an elevator once. comments. But of course, today we're stuck with the good old-fashioned ladders. And imagine you're on the top floor and you fell. For the floor, we're going to be using a checkered marble. I want each floor to really resemble the room. Is there any nice tiles for the kitchen? We could go ahead and use this. Oh, I quite like it. I love how spacious this is, guys. I've never had so much space in my whole life. We might have to put a counter under the ladder, because otherwise we're actually not going to have any room. So just next to it, we're going to have an oven. And just because this is a cheap house does not mean we're going to be using the cheap appliances. Like, what? You think I want this musty stained stove top? No way. I'd rather burn in acid. I'm instead going to be using the $4,000 oven. There it is. We're also gonna have to make use of a cabinet, but I'm gonna make sure to put one with shelves in, like this, for example. And it has been a while since I've had to be very careful about my space. If you watch the channel a lot, you'll know I just go willy-nilly. I just make the biggest rooms ever without a care in the world. Furthermore, we're not gonna be able to have a big fridge. We're gonna have to use a mini fridge. You guys will kill me if I don't use a sink. You think I'm exaggerating? No, you'll actually kill me. To make this challenge really realistic, I think we have to have at least 3 appliances, otherwise it's a bit of a scam in it.
12 seconds later.
So what else would I normally add in a kitchen? I actually think this is pretty much everything. Honestly, guys, I don't normally add microwaves, but we even have room for one of them today. And I'm definitely digging this gloomy color scheme. And oh my gosh, speaking of gloomy, what season's just about to come, guys? Halloween, Halloween. Bloxburg best be updating for Halloween. What could we have on this side? Maybe we could have a little bar. Oh my gosh, let's have a breakfast bar. Basically, I think the best way to do this is going to be to use a console table. And we definitely need to switch the doors to open outwards, because if they're opening inwards, it's just going to be trouble. And basically, if for some reason you don't know what a breakfast bar is, I mean, you'd have to have sunk on the Titanic not to know. It's basically a bar where you eat your breakfast. Oh my gosh, I never would have known that. Also, let's put some pictures on the wall. And we're going to put a picture of like a mansion on the wall so we can dream of a bigger life. Oh God. It's just gone all blacked out. Okay, guess we're not colouring that then. Building detail is actually very fun. And then we're going to add just 3 pendants. I love that. And it actually looks kind of cute from the outside. I was worried it would look awful. It actually slayed. What just happened to my voice? Laid. My voice cracks are truly scary. In the garden, shall we add a pool? But it can literally be like 2 blocks. We could maybe get away with having a deck chair just here. So I guess we'll have a ladder going in. We'll have just one little duck floaty. You don't realise how big items actually are until you're building them in a 1 block radius. The pool is full. It's only got 1 thing in it, you idiot. And then let's actually go into garden and see what else they have to offer us. A piece of corn. Maybe just 1 singular palm tree. Do you know, this actually works. As long as it's not sticking inside, which it totally is. We'll have to move it up a little bit. And there we go. This is our little 2x2 garden. So now let's go up to the dining room, which I fear is going to be a little bit harder. We're definitely going to be using some vertical plank. And I'm thinking even like a dark blue. Oh, that's gorgeous. If you're wondering what my idea is, it's going to be to add paneling on this back wall. I've done this a few times, but honestly, guys, it's gorgeous. I don't actually think you need any tool apart from maybe advanced placement, which you need for literally everything. That looks so grand. It looks beautiful, but it looks so much better if you add a candle in the middle. So up in this room here, we're actually going to be having a bookshelf. I know, but I thought we're not exactly going to be able to curve the dining table around the corner, are we? And I didn't think I'd be able to use a plant in this video today, but I think we could nuzzle a plant in here. And it's so hard to actually be inside the building. Bloxburg literally throws you around when you're building in tiny spaces. Now for our dining table, look, we're not even going to be able to use a circle one. It's too darn big. So what we're of course gonna have to do is basic shape it, aren't we? And why don't we go for a round table? Oh, that is so adorable. And shall we have a lazy Susan on it? If you don't know, a lazy Susan is basically a spinning platform. You spin it around and it basically brings all the food round for you. Maybe it would be a good idea to have the sauces on it. And now we can put our chairs in. I think we should tuck them in quite closely. Now, I'm trying to think what else I'd typically have in a dining room. Maybe a fireplace. I mean, we would have to move the dining table over a bit, but that's not the end of the world. And there we go. That's a second room done. As expected, we're speeding through this challenge. So next up is the lounge. Okay. Now for the walls, I think we should go back to our modern roots. I will switch the floor to be a little bit darker in here, maybe pine cone. We are going to put a TV in here, unless we put it on the ceiling, because obviously that's saving a bunch of wall and floor space, isn't it? So I think I'll do is maybe add 2 of these ones. Extremist card game. I have never seen this in Bloxburg.
Who are
you?
I'm so confused when this was added. Now, for our sofa, we could be really basic and just like pop one in like that, but then we're hardly gonna have any room at all. So I think instead we should have 2 armchairs. To me, this is kind of feeling like one of those crazy Airbnbs. I feel like this is a weird couple's retreat. It's also been yonks since I've outlined a painting like that. I mean, it's not helping the 2020 rumors that I build like I'm in 2020. So just before we go do the final 2 floors, I've sort of had the genius idea where we're gonna make
All of the trees miniature as well.
What I don't understand is why plants get so expensive when you resize them small. $4,000 for a miniature cherry blossom tree. And now I've said it, I'm really like invested in the idea of that Airbnb. If you guys want me to build an Airbnb in a future video, let me know, because I feel like that could be so fun. We could have like hidden cameras. Anyway, back to the challenge at hand. I'm either going to add a picnic basket. And actually, I saw, what is the meaning of this little thing? I feel like this could just take up the rest. And ew, I accidentally just coloured that poo. Right, we don't want that pooey. We want it light green. Anyway, let's go back because we only have 2 rooms left. And I've just realised this video is probably going to be so short. Right, we're definitely going to be building another panel in here, but we're going to make it more of a white and yellow theme. Anyhow, the idea for my bed is actually very simple. I was thinking this one does fit, but it's very, very tight squeeze, but it's not sticking out. Of course, if we were to use even just the normal single bed, it would not fit. Look, it's all sticking out. But yeah, I think having this shoved in this area, it actually works. Now, I've never actually tried to put one, but can you put a comforter on a kid's bed? Oh, you can. And maybe that's why you can resize it kind of thin. And we're going to be putting my favorite toy, the platypus. And not to be a TV addict, but shall we put a TV in at the end of the bed as well? But I actually think that is so cute for that little area. And then of course in a bedroom, what else do you need? A wardrobe. Finally, we have the bathroom. So all of this is actually going to be a tiled floor. I love this texture. I just think it really reminds me of Starbucks for some reason. Now I think we should get very special in this top room here and actually have a chandelier. As for the plumbing, I think we're definitely going to have it at the front here. And you know what I'm going to do is add a little bit of extra ganache. Add one of those like Pinterest boards that goes across the bath. And I've always wondered, does anybody actually use these in real life? Now the bathroom was always going to be the hardest room. Because obviously we then have to still have a sink and a toilet. So how I think we're just going to have to do this is literally jam the toilet right up there. Why do I keep making everything sound so wrong today? Jam the toilet right up there. And then we can finish this room off with a nice mirror and shelf. And that concludes the 2x2 house. Honestly, this is laughable. Okay, guys, just before we go into this build, I want you to let me know in the comments and guess how much you think this has actually cost us. Because when you think about it, it is 5 rooms. Well, the answer is $84,000. What a bargain for a big house like this. Oh my gosh, if you wanted to scam people, you could be like, I have a 5-story house. I'm only selling it for $84,000. And then you just leave them with this. So of course it towers over us like the leaning tower of pizza. And our miniature plants out here, that was such a nice touch. Even this actually. And I love these. I actually love this. I want to do like a snow angel in this. Oh my gosh. I'm meditating in the grass. That's so cute. This is like my next Instagram pic. Anyway, let's now go inside. Stop messing about, Reese, you silly fool. As we walk in, oh my gosh, we actually fit me when I try on a size extra small. Now, I, of course, put the mansion on the side of the wall. I thought this was so cute. I would love a mansion like that. But like I say, this kitchen, oh no, you can't take ingredients. Oh my gosh, I'm a fool. Well, I tell you, it's a good thing we added this microwave because we're just going to be having frozen meals, it looks like. Now, of course, this leads onto the garden. This is one of the only rooms that has the aesthetic backdrop. And yeah, this is just where you can cool off. Do you know what I mean? Ew, I'm not even going to eat this. I should have added trash so I could throw this in it. As we go upstairs, we sort of just jump forward and we're in the dining room. So if I was to do a little cinematic shot, it's kind of cute. It's one of the smaller, simpler rooms, but it's the first one that has that panel, you know, so that's pretty gorgeous. As we go up to the next floor, oh my Gideon, it is so hard to get up here. What is it doing? So I'm just going to add a picture of that gorgeous house, but this is actually the lounge room, so we can watch the news. Companies are your friends. And oh my gosh, this is where my creepy ex is going to be watching me from the floor. Let's go up to my bedroom. I'm tired of TV today. I want to go and sleep. Now, the bed is actually an iconic part of this house. Sorry. Like, look at the views. And also, we have our closet there. So as we go up to the final room, oh my. Anyway, this is our gorgeous bathroom. Probably, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in the roof. I'm literally stuck in the roof. This is probably the most compact of all the rooms, but also the most aesthetic because it's so busy. We, of course, have the toilet. So if you need the toilet, fully functional, you can go there and then you can wash your hands afterwards. And to finish it off, we have our gorgeous bathtub. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me build this big, massive house. Like the video if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.